Hello everyone, welcome to a LEGO Star Wars set review. Taking a look at set number 75531, the Stormtrooper Commander. It's a set that contains 100 pieces and was a set that was a part of the LEGO Star Wars buildable figure lineup, which this figure in particular released on June 1st of 2017. And yeah, is technically a 2-in-1, which we will check out. So make sure to like and subscribe as we get right into this review. So thankfully for today, I have a sealed copy to show you guys what is inside the box, so that you guys have an idea what to expect if you get a sealed copy. So we just cut the tape, and out from the bottom here we have one gigantic bag full of all the special constructible figure parts, a little pauldron, a bag with all the fun little Technic bits, another pauldron, so an extra, the Technic frame, as well as the instructions. So let's check back in once we have the figure all assembled. So here it is, the Stormtrooper Commander. I actually quite like this figure. Any figure that's like an army builder figure or just a helmeted character, I have loved so far in terms of what's been in my own personal collection and ones I've recently acquired with this review series, I guess, I've been doing with these buildable figures. And this Stormtrooper Commander is amazing just as a Stormtrooper Commander itself. You have a really long rifle, which is fitting for the Commander, you know, like a... the iconic Tatooine scene comes to mind and whatnot. I mean, sure, you could throw some sand on this guy if you want him to be accurate, but he's a nice, clean commander. So if you don't know, the blasters, you know, it's made out of Technic pieces. So basically, you got a little trigger underneath here. It's kind of flying about. Oh, and yeah, there goes to show how easy this trigger. The idea is you put my hand here, you just push it down, boom, it fires out a flick fire missile. And with this version of this build, you do get some weapon storage for another one, which is cool and all. I do like the back details, that's pretty cool. The only issue I have is that this little thing at the back just likes to flop around a bit. So I wish there's a way to make that a little bit more sturdy, but is what it is. The pauldron is a plastic piece that just fits over top of the ball joint connection pieces, which we'll show off in a second here how that works. But it does have some bricks to make the ammo pouches, which is really cool. You can kind of twist that around a bit, you know. Overall, these buildable figures are essentially glorified Lego Bionicle-esque action figures. I love this concept whatsoever. The amount of posability is awesome. And then to top it all off, you have like the chest piece being an exclusive print, which I'll have a look again in a second, but you also get a uniquely molded helmet for the Stormtrooper right there. I think the only inaccuracy is that this little thing right here is supposed to be black. But other than that, the printing is superb, I would argue, on this figure. And if you know, you feel like you want to display this guy without holding his weapon, all you gotta do is remove it like so. It's a little bit of a weird angle with this thing. Give you a better idea how that's done. But basically, you flip this around. This weird, outstanding light bluish gray Technic doesn't say so in the instructions, so I'm just merely assuming here. You could take this one piece right here and connect it like so, and it's just hanging out on the back, and you can get him kind of doing like a superhero pose kind of thing. He's just showing his authority on his fellow troops. Speaking of, you have the option, at least when this released, to buy 2 copies, or you could just buy the one to turn it into a regular Stormtrooper, which I, fortunately for you guys, have 2 copies, so you can see how awesome these two look together before we actually have a detailed look at this. But pushing him to the side for a second, I know, I'm teasing you guys a little bit, but if you were to remove the head on this guy as well as the arm, just very much mutilating the body, you can remove the sash, and bada bing, bada boom, you basically got yourself a regular Stormtrooper. The only issue is that you have to take apart this big Technic gun. Oh my goodness, I accidentally took that out, but whatever. You have to take this all apart to turn into a blaster. So anywho, since I'm not going to take the time to do that, let's have a closer look at my second copy. Really quickly, though, I feel like it's worth mentioning if you build the Commander version of this buildable figure, these are the extras you're left with. A few of these are actually used to make the gun into the Stormtrooper gun, but we'll show off what that comparison looks like for if you go the Stormtrooper route. Speaking of, let's actually take a look at the actual Stormtrooper build. Alrighty, here is the regular Stormtrooper build. As we demonstrated a few seconds ago, it's really easy to convert from Commander to Stormtrooper, so you can easily promote and demote your Stormtrooper at your own discretion, I guess. The only difference being that this guy has an alternate build in the instructions for his E11 blaster, which, you know, when it's separated from the Stormtrooper is all fine and dandy. It definitely looks like an E11 blaster. I think I'm using the right terminology. Leave a comment down below if I'm being an idiot. But yeah, it only has a single shot. Pretty similar concept. You got this thing on the bottom here. You just press down and boom, fires out. No weapon storage for an alternate one, so you do have an extra one of these just kind of floating about with your extras pile. Oh well, I guess. But when you attach to the figure, I don't know, I'm used to seeing Stormtroopers running around with these. I mean, like, you could probably position the arms to hold it like that, and that looks okay, but to me, this looks like a pistol. It looks like he's holding a pistol. Maybe a, like, I wouldn't say blaster. It looks small. I don't know if maybe the stock is too small or something like that, but just something about this blaster makes this look too small for the Stormtrooper. And normally for the Stormtrooper, they have a little thing on the side to attach it, and I wish there was like a piece that you could use to attach the gun to the side. No, you're just gonna have to stick it on the back, and yeah, that kind of works, but it still looks goofy. Just because of how small the blaster is. If they found a way to make it so you could attach it at the hip, that would have been cooler in my opinion. But besides that, this guy is sharp, and you can have a better look at that exclusive printed chest piece right there. And yeah, the only thing really exclusive to this guy is just that molded helmet and that chest piece, as well as the sash. So yeah, not much else to say, so let's have a closer look at the instructions before I give my final thoughts on this. Oh yeah, so if you decide to go the regular Stormtrooper route, this is all the pile of pieces of extras you're going to be left with, so you're going to have to grab a pretty big baggie, if you go the Stormtrooper route, so quite a big difference. So, having a closer look at the instructions, you have that awesome box art with the Stormtrooper commander, as well as some regular Stormtroopers in the background. Pretty cool. Flipping it open just tells you that it's a buildable figure, and it's pretty straightforward, really simple building instructions. It does lead you to build the commander first, but as you finish the commander, it tells you, hey, there's an option to build a regular one. So then it tells you how to just literally take off the sash, slash ammo pouch, and then what you need to assemble just the regular blaster out of the rifle. But you could just have a look at that previous clip I just showed, and then just pretty straightforward. If you just have a stack of pieces there to modify it like so, and then boom, you got yourself a regular Stormtrooper. And then there's just a piece count as well as advertisements for the Scout Trooper and the Commander. Okay, cool. And then just a win at the back. So in case there's anyone out there that's like me and wants to know specifically, no matter which build you do, what is the bottom line duplicates, here you go. You get 2 of these sashes, and then you get all 6 of these pieces as guaranteed duplicates, extras, that were included regardless of which build you get with this set. So for a set that retailed for 30 Canadian dollars back in 2017, it does not surprise me that this is worth quite a lot on the aftermarket. If you want to pick up one of these in a sealed state, you're looking at 70 to 110 Canadian dollars, again, in a sealed state. And that's only just for one of them. If you're like me and you want to track down 2, it is gonna cost you. So, yeah. That being said, I really recommend picking up at least one of these guys. It is great that it's practically a 2-in-1. You can have the Commander or the regular Stormtrooper. I think the way LEGO tackled that is just amazing. I almost wish they would have done different sashes or slash ammo pouches. That way you could have really army built this set. It would have probably been the #1 seller for the buildable figures. By far in this review series, this is my favorite. And you know as much because I went out of my way to buy 2 copies. So, yeah, if you can find this used or even sealed for the right price for you, go ahead, pick it up. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what your thoughts are in this set. And that concludes today's review. Thanks, everyone, so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in a future review. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.